Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome, literally a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. It is hot on this Friday. Very exciting Friday as well because, well, it is the anniversary of the Gemini 2, yay! So we are celebrating all day in the only way we know how, by bringing you 3 amazing shows all about the Gemini 2. So your opportunity, if you haven't yet picked one up, to pick one up today at an unbelievable price. Producer Johnny and I were heads together a little bit earlier on going, like, hang on a minute, I think this is the best ever price that we've done it for. You've got a 30% saving, less your Club Inspired discount, so we'll do all the maths on that a little bit later on. We have got goodie bags goodie bags galore. We've got bonus buys. We've got up to 75% off deals, anniversary deals. It's going to be amazing. And this is how the day maps out. So later on tonight, live at 5, we've got your Gemini 2 anniversary show. So we're building up to that within this show, which is the preview for that show. And then slap bang in the middle at 2 o'clock this afternoon, UK time, we have got a masterclass all about the Gemini 2. So if you've already got one and you're a little bit stuck, or you want to learn more about plate combos, whatever it might be, that is your show to get involved. And we want to make it nice and interactive today. We want to have fun like we did last time we were together. And I say we because he's back. I can't believe they're letting us back together again after all the shenanigans on Wednesday. But it's true, the boys are back in town over the other side of the studio, and my partner in crime for 5 live hours today, it's the hottie Scotty, and he is hottie today. Is it just me or is it roasting in here?
It is absolutely boiling.
And you've got a jacket and a hoodie on.
The jacket's going to be coming off, that's for sure. It really, really is absolutely a roasting in here. But yeah, not only is it roasting in here, the deals are roasting. Of course, we are celebrating the first anniversary of our G2. We're going to be talking you around the G2 later on. Now, when it comes to Masterclass, we're going to recap right back from the very beginning when it comes to the plate configurations for your die, your multi-craft die, your 2D folder, your 3D folder, cut and emboss folder. So I've got things already planned, but within Masterclass later on, we're going to make it, you know, all about what it's all about, and that's educational. So if there is anything specific you're wanting to see, if there's anything you want to recap when it comes to the G2, then of course, we're going to have you covered within that show later on. But yeah, we can't have a celebration, Ben, without deals, roasting hot deals.
That's it, and we are celebrating right across the weekend as well, because we've got £10, $10 deals for you across the weekend on the website. Check that category out, but there's loads of great deals to be had. And here's the other brilliant thing. If you are, I say if you're watching today, of course you're going to be watching across the shows today, we're giving away vouchers. Oh yeah. In this show, we're giving away 2 vouchers for anyone who comments on this show. So there'll be a winner on Facebook, there'll be a winner on YouTube. So all you have to do is comment, and we will randomly pick 2 people at the end of the show to win £25 or dollars, euros to spend with us. And then in the 2 later shows, we'll be picking 2 off Facebook and 2 off YouTube. So there's, quickly, I did the maths on that, 2, 4, that can't be that hard to work out. Is that 9, 10 winners? 10 winners, 10. It's hot, it's frying my brain. 10 winners across the day today, so get commenting. What are you up to this weekend? What are you crafting? Why do you love your G2? What are you shopping for? Any questions you've got for Craig? Any requests you want to see? That kind of thing. Radical Rachel on the socials all ready today. And in with us is Alison Jarrett saying, good morning, everyone. I've just jumped over from QVC.
QVC. That used to be their old tune.
Was it?
Tune. Yeah, QVC.
That's really weird, because our thing is CTV.
Yeah. What's that? Quality, value, QVC. Quality, value. Oh my God, what's the C again? Quality, value.
Cauliflower.
Oh gosh.
Quality, value,
and... that'll come to me anyway, yeah. We're obviously Crafters TV.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, CTV. CTV.
Convenience. Very convenient to me, that's for sure. I've got another 2 deliveries arriving today, funny enough. Yeah.
You got shares in the company, Craig. Anyway, she says, ready for CTV, work holiday almost over now. Polly Coe joins us from Florida, and Lorraine
Kelly! No?
What?
I thought it was Lorraine Kelly there. No. She gets a BAFTA. Is it a BAFTA tonight?
She's doing what?
She gets. Is it a BAFTA she gets tonight?
For what?
Lorraine Kelly.
Lorraine Kelly's getting a BAFTA.
No, but is it a BAFTA? What's it that's tonight? The what? Sam, what's the awards tonight? Is it BAFTAs?
Well, she's not getting an Oscar, is she? Lorraine
For-
Kelly's definitely not getting
so
an Oscar.
it'll be at BAFTA Sunday for 40 years in journalism.
Really?
Yep.
It's taken her 40 years to get one. I got an award 3 years being here. Still in the other studio. Show you later on. Hashtag presentation lead of the year. Anyway, it's not Lorraine Kelly, it's Lorraine Hilligas who says good morning, everyone. Right, let's get started and let's get going with the Gemini 2. We have got you an unbelievable deal on it. The deal is so good, we can't show you the deal on screen just yet because the computer's gone like that. So we will sort that out in a second for you, but it's, I think, the best ever price you've seen the Gemini 2 at. Craig, let's just pretend for a second we have got someone watching for the first time today, or maybe someone who has been, I don't know, under a rock for the last year and they've not heard about the Gemini 2. How is this different? Why does everybody love it? Why have we sold thousands and thousands of these? And why is this the best die cutting and embossing machine you can possibly get your hands on?
So when it comes to the G2, now many of you may already be familiar with the Gemini that we launched, well, it's now 8 years ago that Sarah launched the original G2. Now first and foremost, as she said way back there, you cannot put any more pressure when it comes to the Gemini, hence why it had taken, well, up to last year, 7 years to then bring in the G2. Exactly the same amount of pressure, no additional pressure. One, we can't put any more pressure, and two, there's no need for any additional pressure. But what we have done is we've then brought it up into, of course, 2023 at the time, whereas we've got, you know, like your mobile phones and your devices, of course, instead of bringing a new one every year, then of course it's taken us 7 years to then bring out the G2. So with the G2, it is of course A4 in size. Now all your wafer thin dies, your multi-craft dies, your 3D folders, 2D folders, cut and emboss folders, ours of course, other brands out there will all work throughout the G2. Now what we have done when it comes to the G2, it is quicker, so it's now down to 13.5 seconds for a full A4 plate to come through. Ben, I'm going to pause just for a second, because that is ridiculous.
Red Dog, I told you, didn't I? 30% off, right there. So that's already absolutely ridiculous. And then if you're platinum, what are we even doing? $127.99 or $239.99 if you are a platinum member. Unbelievable value for money. If you are someone who is new today, if you've heard about this show and you're thinking I'll have a little bit of a look at Crafters TV, do this. Sign up today and receive 20% off your first order. You do it on the website. It's free to do. You need your name, email address, password, you're in, and you will get this purple price here for your first Gemini 2 machine. This is the day to do it. And if you are someone who's held off and held off and held off, boy, oh boy, are we rewarding you by giving you an unbelievable deal. And something I'll talk about more about in just a second after Craig has gone through it. If you do get the machine today, there is a bonus buy as well where you can get a bag full of goodies, also for a ridiculous price. More on that in just a few moments' time. Back to Craig, who has just about picked his jaw up off the floor.
Yeah, just about. Now, of course, we're celebrating the Gemini first anniversary. So, although it is a year old, it is still the newest kid on the block when it comes to die cutting machines out there. Now, as I said before, it is quicker. So if you're using your A4 plates, 13.5 seconds. It's quieter as well. Now, we talk about, Ben, a lot of people maybe like to then craft at night time. You know, maybe if the kiddies or the babies or that, they're asleep, of course. But sometimes you're just, you know, you don't like a lot of noise. Sometimes you want to craft during the day, but you just want it to be that little bit quieter. Then, of course, that's going to be brilliant because it is quieter. But what you've also got as well, and this is, there's two features that are my favorite here. One of them is the beam. It is actually an optical sensor.
Oh, the beam.
The beam.
I thought you said the bean.
The beam.
Beam.
The beam. So what you've now got here is, if you're using your junior plates, now with the original Gemini, you'll be familiar that your junior plates you had to put on sideways for the actual sensors to capture at the side.
Yeah.
Because it is an optical sensor and it is a beam, that means your junior plates you can put face on, you can go at an angle, it doesn't matter because the beam catches it. If you've got our original Gemini Go machine, which is the tiny, tiny plates, even they fit in as well. So that is your optical sensor. So your plates, if you've got a foil press, you don't need that expansion plate. it's going to work straight in as well. What you have got is you've got your lever arches at the front here. So these are going to stabilize your plate. So as you run them through, Ben, in all honesty, with the original G2, or the original Gemini that I still love, you had to catch the plates so they didn't fall. They will then go through, set, and then you can then get ready to start crafting as and when you need. You've got your storage that you can see here. So if you want to come along and pop any of your tools in there, you can do. If you want to put any of your chocolate in there, you can do. Yes. Any of your stamps, a couple of your ink pads, your essentials in there, they will then fit in there. And then when you're not using it, you can, of course, just close it up. What you have got is you've got your media stand as well. Now that just means if you are watching us, if you're watching QVC, HSN, Hobby Maker, if you're chatting to family or friends across the globe, if you're doing online classes, you can set your phone, your tablet within the media stand there, but you don't have to worry about it losing power, because what you have got on the back is you've got your 3 USB ports at the back just here. So then that then means either your phone, or if you do have a tablet that you want to pop on the top, you can then just power it straight from your USBs. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
How fab is that? You're going to be tripping in a minute. We're going to see it's a little bit. I don't even know what way I'm going to be looking, but. We get there, we get there. Hey! Oh,
smack your bum.
Oh, Daddy!
Sorry about that.
There you go. So if you are wanting to then be watching or doing your craft classes or anything like that, you can absolutely do that without the worry of it losing power, because you've got that USB. But what's also good with that, Ben, is that the scenario that I use, I'm trying to use a lot more rechargeable batteries now. The actual docking base that you charge the batteries in, that runs off USB. So I could be crafting, instead of that being plugged in somewhere else, I plug it into the back of my Gemini 2. So anything that's USB form, you can then plug into the back. You've got the 3 of them. Your light pad, charge in your Henry Hoover. It's not Henry Hoover.
No word of a lie. Laura, if you're watching today, you'll tell us, what have you plugged into yours? A massage chair.
Really?
I'm sure Laura, I can't think of her surname, but Laura, if you're watching, massage chair, you've got a USB massage chair, haven't you, that you've plugged into the back of your Gemini. I'm definite. There's a chat today. What's the weirdest thing you've charged off your G2?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Because you can absolutely think about how many things nowadays are USB port for them that you can then charge off the back. Just to say that now, the power, if I get the cable, if you're using the USBs, now you have to have the power on at the back, but the power does not have to be on at the top. So that doesn't have to be on, but as long that has to be on, that you can see just there. So what you've got is versatility. A4 in size, or of course you can use your junior plates if you want to. You've still got the pause, you've got your play, you've got that reverse feature as well. So all the standards that you guys already know and love, and if you don't already know and love it, these are the ones that we absolutely love. Now, I don't know, I'm going to ask Johnny to check if we still have the turntable in stock. If you've got the turntable, that's a good addition. What I will say, ignore that just now, so that doesn't come in the box, but what you do get already on there is your glide feet. So that glides in, and then that glides out. I'm sure Ben will be able to show it, because I don't think his has the turntable, which is a good way to show the glide feet. It is in stock, so if you want to then grab a hold of that, what that then does is that enables you can see Ben with the glide feet, and I've got the turntable.
Yeah, but mine glides, yeah?
Between turning, and I'm going to do it, because I know you'll be like, yeah, but you isn't plugged in. At least even when it's plugged in, making sure your cable is out, you can see that you can still turn. So as you're running the plates through, you can turn that around. So if you're restricted on space, or maybe you don't have quite a bigger space at the back of your G2, you can then do the pause reverse, but then of course you can then do that flip feature as well by turning 360 unrivaled pressure. It's still going to emboss all of your dies with your embossing mat. In the box as standard, you get your 2 cutting plates, which are white. If you flip and rotate them, they're going to last you 3 times as long. You've got your frosted shim, a little bit more frostier. Flip and rotate that, that's going to last you 10 times as long. You get your magnetic shim, you also get your metal shim as well. Just to say, your clear plates from your original Gemini will work within the G2, and the new G2 plates, if you want to go and grab a hold of some of them, these will also work within your original Gemini as well. So it's bringing what we guys already know and love with the Gemini into 2023, now 2024, celebrating the first anniversary of our G2. Unrivaled pressure, our dies, our folders, other brands as well. And we've got that masterclass coming up later on, Ben, where we'll talk you through lots of questions and we'll demo lots of material as well.
And remember, the more you chat to us today, and I know you want to anyway, but the more you chat, the more chance you've got of winning. We're going to have 10 winners today, walking away with £25 or dollars to spend with us. So chat at us, ask a question. G2 testimonials, please. That's what we're after. What have you been charging off the back of your G2 as well with that USB port, those 3 USB ports? That's what I want to know. I also just want to tell you, well done to those of you that spotted the deliberate mistake. Of course, US viewers, your platinum price is not the same, is it, as the normal price? Look at this. If you're in the US, yes, you are still going to get your Club Inspire discount as well. If you're platinum, we're talking about this $330 machine being $191.99 today. What a deal. Free shipping, of course, on that as well, because you're over the threshold. If you're in the UK, platinum, I mean, come on. A £230 machine for $127.99. What a day to buy. Do not miss out on this opportunity. We're celebrating in style, and we're giving you all of the opportunity to pick up this amazing machine. And listen, if you do like the price and you're thinking, I'm going to jump in, but I need to know this or I need to know that before I buy it, please ask the questions. We're live now for the next 40 minutes. We're live again at 2 for 2 hours. We're live again at 5 for 2 hours. There's all the opportunity there today for you to get all your questions answered. Craig is happy to show you whatever as well, particularly in the masterclass show later on. If there's something you don't quite understand, a plate combination, if you want to see him cut like a certain material or use a certain die or an embossing folder, ask us and we can do that for you, because we want you to get your G2 today and we want you to go away knowing how to use it. And if you've already got the G2, we want to answer those questions for you. A few more quick lows, and then I want to talk about this bonus bag as well. Anna's joined us from Houston. Zoe Carver's in. Are we behaving today, Zoe? Lynn Sinsay, good afternoon. Ben, Craig, CTV community, and all the team from a sunny Newcastle. Connie Cheese says, hello, Ben and Craig and everyone. What an absolutely amazing price for the G2. For anyone who doesn't have it already, this is a bargain, says Connie T. I love mine. Emma Thrower, I love my G2. Glad I bought it. Kathy Myers, you will love the Gemini 2. I'd say it's a must get. Sweet Imp says, I love my G2. Sherry Burns says, hi from Indiana. Rachel currently charging her phone on hers and a desktop USB fan plugged in, as it's rather warm. That's what you need over there, a desktop USB fan. Chazelle says, I've got a USB lamp plugged into mine. And Christina says, hi Craig and Ben, I love my G2. I love the style of the machine. The performance is amazing. I have the turntable and it helps me with where it lives. Margaret says, I love my turntable on my desk, so much easier. Do keep the comments coming in. Listen, your easiest way to get close to that 25 is to either ask a question or tell us why you love your G2. If you are getting the G2 today, not only are you getting an amazing price, this is phenomenal, but we're then also doubling up on the phenomenal thing in that we're doubling up on the phenomenal. Does that make sense? We're doubling up on the phenomenalness by giving you a bonus buy bag. Now, this bag is available for you individually, right? If you just want to buy this on its own, you can. However, if you get it with your G2 today, half that price. So it'll be £20 or $28 if you're a platinum member, and this is what you're going to be getting in your bag. You've got a creator shape card die set, that beautiful handbag, and of course all of these bits and pieces you'll be able to use in conjunction with your G2. So a 21-piece die set coming to you there. You're also going to get the Garden Gateway stamp and die set from the Country Lane collection. Also in this set, you're getting some of the, these are the, what are the names of these? The fantastic image sentiment dies. So that one, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. So you've got a beautiful detailed design in die form, and then you've got the sentiment built into that as well. 2 dies in there. You're also going to get from that set the Count Your Blessings die set. And then on top of that, loads of stamps to be working with as well. We've popped in a couple of our chalkboard stamps. Laughter is the best medicine. You'll be getting a few laughs today, no doubt. Also in there, life is too important to be taken seriously. True that. And then lastly in this set, the classy and fabulous accessory stamps. So things in there like have a gorgeous day, a girl can never have too many handbags, life is short, buy the bag. So that's an individual buy if you want to go down that route. However, if you're getting your G2 today, £20 or $28 is your price on that if you shove it in your basket. Can you also do me a favour? If you are buying today as well, the G2, give us a holler and we'll give you a mention, because you will then officially be part of the G2 crew. So let us know if you're purchasing today, or maybe someone's buying for you. Does the G2 come with starter plates, says Dana? Yes, you get everything in the box that you need to get going. And Craig will go through it for you later on, but yeah, you get everything. What I'm going to show you now though is your replacement plates. You might want to jump in and buy these as well, because over time you will need to buy more of these, because you understand the pressure of the machine as you're running the plates through. You know, you're going to do your flipping and rotating like Craig has suggested. You're going to be doing your housekeeping, but over time you will need to buy more. So this is, it's not a must buy if you're getting the G2 today, but if you've got the budget to do it, it's a good opportunity to jump in and buy, because the deal on the 9x12 plates works out today that you're actually only paying for the bag, okay? This is a lovely bag as well, by the way. If you've already got one of these, nice size to potentially fit a laptop or a tablet in there as well. Made like sort of like a stretchy sort of neoprene design to it. You're paying for that. You're paying for one of the white cutting plates, okay? And then it's like we're giving you the rest of the plates for free. So of course you get in there your second white cutting plate. As Craig has already described, if you look after these, you flip and rotate them, those potentially can last up to 3 times longer than the original Gemini plates, just like your plastic shim. Again, if you're looking after that, doing all your housekeeping, up to 10 times longer than the original plates. And like you can use your original Gemini plates in the G2, you can use these G2 plates in your Gemini as well. So there is that crossover if you want to do it. You're also going to get in there your metal cutting plate. We are going to be giving you your magnetic shim and, of course, the rubber embossing mat. So again, everything that you need in there for a great price. You're paying for the bag and one white cutting plate, and we give you everything else for free. $43.96 or $63.96 is the price on that. As I say, if you've already got a G2, a great day to be stocking up on those. If you're getting your G2 today, you don't need to, but if you've got the budget, you might as well, whilst it's on a good deal. We've also got the 9x6 plates for you as well. This deal here, basically, you are buying the white plates, the bag, the metal cutting plate, and the rest coming to you for free. So again, you've got your really stylish bag. Love the fact that we've done it in the new colours as well. Your G2 logoing on there. Your 2 white cutting plates. Again, if you look after these, up to 3 times longer these will last for you. Rubber embossing mat is included. Magnetic shim in there as well, alongside your metal cutting plate, and then your plastic shim too. Feel free as we go through the day today. By the way, look at the price on this. Incredible. $27.20 or $39.20. If you want to ask about plate combinations, feel free to. I don't mind telling you, you know, I've been here for nearly 4 years now, and I still get a bit confuzzled. I've got to be honest with you. Even Producer Johnny. Producer Johnny has been in the crafting game longer than anyone. He's like old Father Time, he is. And even he still, I mean, the master of all craft knowledge, even it goes in, it goes out. So feel free. We are so happy to answer any of those questions for you. And I'll say it again. There are no silly questions. If you don't know the answer, it is not a silly question. And chances are, if you're thinking of that question, there's probably 10, 20 other people thinking the same thing. So you may as well be the one to type it in the comments, get it answered, and get a step closer to winning £25. A few quick comments and we'll get on with Craig. Karen says, good morning from Florida. What a great deal on the G2. I love mine. Linda says, I love my G2 so much that I bought another one for spare. I love that idea. Colleen says, please don't behave, Ben. It's more fun when you don't and you make us all laugh. We won't be behaving. The heat will get to us eventually. 5 o'clock tonight, Friday night. Whoa! Hey, Friday night, lads, woo! I'm behaving so far, says Zoe, but it's only the start of the shows today. That's like us. We'll start misbehaving. Connie T says, I agree, the turntable is fantastic. I have arthritis, and it's amazing when I don't have to get up and down all the time. Simply turn it around. So that's, again, an added extra that you might want to look for. And Cindy Condi says, I've charged my phone, I've charged my tablet, mini vacuum, laptop, computer, bicycle light, and grandkids' toys. I use it all day long, yeah. And Karen Fisher says, I love my G2 so much that I have 2 of them. Okay, here's another game for you. Who's got more than 2 G2s? You can see a few people here. How many G2s have you got? Answers in the comments, please. Lynn says, I had another machine, then bought the G2, and it works so much better for me. I truly love it. And Cindy says, great time to stock on replacement plates. What a great deal. Sweet Imp says, I use the G2 with the builder blocks. I love sewing, and this gives me the ultimate in design. And Altia says, I don't have a G2. Is this show also for me? Altia, I would say this show is definitely for you if you don't have a G2, because it may well tempt you into grabbing one. If you want the best price ever on a G2, then this is the show to be watching to pick one up. And pepper Craig with all of your questions. Altia, what machine have you got already? Do you need a new machine? Maybe you're just using like a manual machine. Maybe you've got, like the Gemini Junior and you want him to size up. There's so many reasons to get the G2, Craig, isn't there? And as I say, particularly if you're someone who's maybe just using the manual machine, but you've been thinking about getting an electronic machine, this is the day to buy the G2, isn't it?
Absolutely. And Sarah said it time and time again, we're not actually a die manufacturing company. We're here, we manufacture our die cut machines, our Gemini. So that's why so many other brands of dies out there will work. Elephant in the room, the only dies that don't work is your great big thick ones.
Oh, yeah.
Because, of course, it's your thinner plate configurations. But we do our multi-craft dies. Other brands do multi-craft dies that work with our Gemini, but also, which you'll find within the masterclass, which many of you might not be aware, that simplistic shape dies, mat and layer dies, nesting dies that are simplistic shapes, will cut your fabrics because you've got your metal shim in there as well. So don't think it's just card, it's just paper. You can do your vellums, you can do your acetates, you can do your fabrics, your hessian, your balsa wood, all of those on simplistic shape dies. That's of course because you've got the power of the Gemini. Gemini being brought up into, of course, 2023, last year when it first launched, now 2024 as we're celebrating the first anniversary. So it's quicker, it's quieter, you've got that A4 in size, you've got the optical sensor as well, you've got the media stand, you've also got the glide feet. If you go for the turntable, you can add that. I love my turntable. Debbie Fisher likes the turntable, but she prefers to work with it off. You've got the screws and the screwdrivers there, so if you want to go through a spell of using the turntable, you can, and then just unscrew it if you think, actually, I want to go through a period of time and not use it, just keep it secure. What I will say about the turntable, though, the actual holes of the turntable have been specifically positioned for the G2. Now, this isn't a salesy thing where I say, please don't attach it to any other branded die cutting machines. You've got to keep in mind there's electrics in your die cutting machines, all die cutting machines that are electric. So therefore, the positioning of the hole work for the screws are there in a specific place so that it eliminates coming into contact with any electrical cable. So keep that in mind. But one of my favorite features, not only the optical sensors I said before, Ben, is the USB form and the USB port. What I've got is I just went into my bag there and got a couple of things there. So I've got my earpods charging off the back of the USB port that we can see here. I've got my mobile phone charging off of that one. Because I'm always on the road, I've got 2 battery packs. So what I've done, QVC, I've plugged that in, Ben, but I am charging my second one off of that. The power is still charging off of each other because, of course, you've got that continuous power coming straight from. That's what you call
quality, value and convenience, that, isn't
it? It really, really is. Now, if I turn, this is what I was on about earlier on. The green light's on, meaning it's powered on, right? I can turn that off, Ben, and this is still powering. As long as your main power is on, that will still power. The green light doesn't have to be on, but as long as that's powered on through your electric cable, then all of that will power. It could be your charging, it could be your powering something. It's entirely up to yourself. That's just a few ideas. I go to the gym. I try not use my earpods now. I use, the ones that go right over, which isn't iPhone charging dock. It's the, is it ultralight or something, or cable light, cable light. That could, anything, as long as it's USB port. And what's great as well, UK, US, Europe, USB, great thing. Unlike plugs, different plugs, different countries, where you are across in the globe. It's the same when it comes to the USB, of course. You're able to get that wherever you are across the globe. It's going to then plug into the back there. You need to keep in mind, before myself and Debbie Robinson joined the company, we'd bought, and a few of us as well, had bought the original Gemini before we joined. Myself, Debbie Robinson, Lily, they're just three of us that purchased the Gemini. Now, this is an incredible, generous company, whereas we get what we need to do our shows. Doesn't go for machines. If we want a really big machine, we still have to pay for that one, understandably. We paid for our G2. We got it a little bit earlier than others, but we still paid for it. We know the incredible quality. We trust it. You know, I've done in the past, you know, I've done little bits for Hunky Dory and Tonic and that. It was always the original Gemini that I use. I will only ever, and it's not because I work for the company, it's because I love it, I trust it, and you know that whatever dye that you're using, you're going to get that intricate cut, unrivaled pressure, and then you've got all these additional extras that, do you know what I'm going to say? But they're needed. They're not just thrown on to bulk out. You know, the new launch of the G2 last year when we launched it, it's stuff that you're going to need, you're going to want. It's really, really useful. And of course, having the ability to then have the optical sensor with the junior plates, it's a win-win.
Couple of questions coming in, and one I think naturally you'll come on to anyway about the plates that we get with the G2. But Shaz says, I've got two, as I've got one at the Caravan. Connie says, I wouldn't have any other machine now. It really does cut everything. And for me, first time, every time, it's never let me down. Thank you, Connie. And Linda says, I've had other machines, but the G2 is the best. I have all Crafter's Companion products. You can't go wrong. They are the best, from their papers to their machines. A few more comments, but the question I want to tackle, please, is from Reed's Way, who says, what plates do I get with the G2 and what size plates are they?
Rightio, really good question. Even at that incredible price, you might think you get the G2 and we're going to give you the junior plates. No, we don't. You get the G2 and you're getting the large A4 plates, the largest plates that you can get to fit your G2. That's what you're going to be getting. So you're going to be getting your two white cutting plates. Now remember, these are stronger. Now if you get into the habit of flipping and rotating them. Now what I mean by that there, Ben, is you might die cut in this corner. The next time you'll die cut in that corner. The next time you'll flip it over, go into one corner, and you're going to keep rotating, flipping and rotating, and then that's going to keep them even longer. Get into that habit, they're going to last you such a long time. In fact, if you get into the habit of that, 3 times as long. Now what you can do, because when it comes to die cutting, which we'll show you later on, you need your 2 plates. This is personal preference. I like to keep my top plate uncut. I like to keep it pristine, because if I come and do embossing techniques, Ben, with my embossing mat and my stencils, I don't like to get any of the indent cuts through onto my card. So I do like to keep one clean. It's not essential. You can cut into all 2 of them, but that's just my preference. But you get the 2. You need 2 cutting plates. We give you the 2. You're going to be getting your magnetic shim there. Now that's helping to bulk out the plate configuration for your die cutting, or of course you can use it as a grid to line up your dies on your card if you want to cut into a specific part of your card or material. You're also then going to get your frosted shim. Now with your frosted shim, try and get into the habit of flipping and rotating it. Do I do it? No, I'm quite bad for not flipping and rotating my frosted shim, but the pressure in the middle, Ben, keeps it quite even. But if you do get into the habit of flipping and rotating as well, it means it's going to last you 10 times as long. You need that. That's in the box as well. More and more of our dies are coming through with embossing detail in them. So to die cut, then emboss after, which we'll show you in masterclass later on, you need your embossing mat. That's in there, and it's the beautiful new fuchsia raspberry that you can see here. And then if you do want to cut any of your different fabrics, your different mediums, or you've got another branded die that's really, really, really intricate, add that in. That's going to give you that crisp, clean cut. that's in there as well. So we give you not only the G2, but we give you all the plates that you need. Me personally, I would recommend, when I purchased mine just over a year ago, I still went to get additional set of plates as well. Flip and rotate your plates, they're going to last you 3 times as long, but they are consumables.
Yeah.
You will always need more down the line. It's better to have them on today's anniversary, credible price, credible saving with the Club Inspire. You've got them there, and then you know that when the time comes to use them, the new ones, you've got them there and you don't have to potentially pay more, because who knows what the price will be come the time that you do need them, Ben.
I love the USB, says Linda. I use it for my iPad when I do craft alongs. Just to say, Victoria, I know we're going for a quick break, so if you've got this in your basket, a chance to check out. Just reiterate again for us, Craig, if you can. Victoria is wondering, does the turntable come with the G2?
Right, Teal, really good question. So no, the turntable doesn't come with the G2. It's really, really inexpensive. It's $8.99 here in the UK, so it's really, really inexpensive. It is still there for you guys stateside as well. What we will do in masterclass, I will show you. I'm going to just turn that around just so that you can see here. It just screws in. You even get the screwdriver, Ben. Screwdriver comes included. So you're just going to screw that in and it turns it into 360. So no, it doesn't come included. Really inexpensive. I personally, worthwhile be popping it into the basket like I done when I purchased my G2.
Yeah, and for those of you asking about plate configurations, I think that's something we'll look at in the masterclass in an hour and a half's time. Shaz is asking about plate combos for 3D embossing folders. Craig will go through all of that later on, and we'll chat more about the fabric plates as well, which I know a few of our sewers are chatting about. One of our viewers, Creative Creations Decor, says, how do we purchase from the United States? Just go to the website. It is crafterscompanion.com. If you go there, you will see, it's literally on the home page. You go to crafterscompanion.com, the main home page comes up and you will see the Gemini 2 anniversary preview. You can click on shop now, and then for our US viewers, it's funny enough, it's not the first one which comes up, but if you scroll down, it's about 9 sort of pictures down. You'll see the deal for the G2. You click on it and pop it into your basket. And if you are new as well, don't forget, join the club and get that extra 20% off, which will give you this price today, $191.99. Plus, you'll get your stamp and bonus buy bag if you pop that in as well for half the price. It's been a busy first 40 minutes, so we are going to take a short break, give you opportunity to get those carts and baskets checked out. Remember, keep the comments coming in, any questions as well, and then we will be drawing 2 winners from this show to win £25 or dollars to spend with us. We'll meet you back here in about 3 or 4 minutes.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and they could be commercial meetings, they could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different, but always a predominant focus on the products, how they're working, the new products that we're bringing out, a lot of research and development. When we get to see the finished article, way before anybody at home gets to see it, it arrives and we get to unpack it and experience it and try it, that gives us all a massive buzz. I can't be getting out of bed too early, and I like to get to bed. 9 o'clock's the new 10 p.m. Tea all day long, black, no sugar, thank you. I tend to miss breakfast, which isn't great, and if I have something when I come in the office, then that's going to be yogurt and fruit. My face, all of the makeup that makes this, nobody's seeing this without that on. Probably a baked potato or a salad or something egg-based. Ooh, craft along a masterclass. I'm going to say masterclass, and that's because I love to educate. One song that would be the theme tune to my life, it would be Billy Ocean, Red Light Spells Danger. Pour a gin and tonic. First thing I do. Get in the house, gin and tonic, decompress the day, and then plan what I'm going to do that night.
Welcome back. Thank you, Kim Rice. She says, I got my G2 when I was struggling to cut an intricate Christmas die out of glitter paper. Even though I still had to poke things out, it was much easier to do. Best decision. I want more of these testimonials, please, if you can. They are brilliant. We love to hear from you because, you know, obviously we are here to tell you how great this machine is because we know, because we love it, because it's the company that we work for. I think it's more powerful for new people buying today.
Power to the people.
It's more powerful
to the people.
It's better when you guys tell us why you love the machine so much, because it's real reviews then, isn't it? It's real testimonials, which our newbies can go, oh, okay, so-and-so loves theirs because of this, so-and-so loves theirs because of this, I'm definitely getting one. And that's why the likes of Trisha have jumped in and bought. She says, I just bought the G2, Trisha Bridges.
Hey!
She says, I'm absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
I've wanted one since they came out, but I've never been able to afford it. She says, I've had such a horrible time this past year too, but now I can craft bigger, better things. Trisha, sorry to hear you've had such a bad time, but listen, we're delighted that you picked yours up, and what a price as well. What a price. You can brag all you like about the price, and any questions you've got as well, bring them to the masterclass that we've got coming up for you in an hour and a quarter's time. Mary Beth Dodge says, I absolutely love my G2. I have the turntable on mine. I'm not sure what I like best about it, but I always use the iPad holder for watching plugged into the port. Stand by if you've commented. In the next 10 minutes, we'll be announcing which two people have won $25 to spend with us. £25, $25 to spend with us. 2 people in this show, 4 people in the next show, 4 people in the show tonight as well, so do come back and keep commenting. Craig is going to do us another quick run around the machine, also do some cutting. Just as I throw back to you, Craig, I've had a few people again just asking and questioning, what are we using the embossing mat for? Why do we need that?
So what you'll find is, a good number of years ago, you know, ourselves and other brands out there, when it comes to dyes, we would have some of our embossed detail to it. Now, over the last few years, I'm going to say us included, we kind of lost our way with embossed detail when it comes to die cutting. So we're now starting to bring that back in. So what you're going to have is you're going to have embossed detail within the dies. Now, I'm going to use something some of you have maybe not seen yet.
Yeah.
And that's the kitchen collection.
Okay.
And I'm using these because there's embossed detail in here. So what we've got is, for instance, this one, we've got the apron here, but you see how there's like a little void within the middle, just here, but with no kind of die cut edge all the way around. So you've got your aperture there, but there's no die cut. So you've got, that's an embossed detail. Same round the edge, you've got your wine glass as well, you've got your bottle here as well, you've got that aperture within the die, which means it's going to emboss. So what we're going to do is, we're just going to use the junior plates here. We need our embossing mat in a moment.
Okay.
So we're going to do our base plate, our top plate, frosted and magnetic. That's what we need kind of as standard when it comes to die cutting our paper and our cardstock. So the emboss really does show off well when it comes to your mirror cardstock. So I've got my cardstock and we're going to bring in the die. So let's bring in the die face down. Let me bring in a bigger piece here. So we're going to go face down into our card. I'm also then going to do the bottle. Let's also do the glass. And I'm also going to come in with a mixing bowl because that's got embossed detail too.
Just whilst you're taping down, can I get a yeah, please, from you, Craig, for Isabel Laird, who says, I've just purchased my new G2.
Yeah!
Yes, Isabel. Says, I'm giving my old Gemini a well-deserved rest. Well done, Isabel. Any questions you've got, send them in. Yeah, and if you buy them today, let us know and we'll give you a shout out. And has anyone noticed as well, every time we throw back to Craig, he's taken off an item of clothing. He started off
up!
You did! He started off with a jacket, a jumper and shirt, then he was down to his jumper.
I've now even got
t-shirt.
I've now even got a
buy t-shirts off.
fan plugged into the back. Honestly, it is that
It's so hot.
smoking hot in here.
The radiator was on, did you know?
You're kidding.
When you were talking earlier, I had to go and turn the radiator off.
Absolutely cooking. So yeah, Jamie's found a USB plugged fan.
Yeah.
So that's plugged in there. So wafer thin dies, silver dies, wafer thin dies, our brand, other brands, we're going to cut into our base plate. Now, as I say, I'm using the junior plates, but if you've got your G2, you're going to be using your A4 plates. So we're going to go frosted shim, we're going to go magnetic, and then we're going to do the top plate.
Okay.
We're going to run that one through. In masterclass later on, what I'll also show you is kind of like the original way of layering up your dies. Now, what I mean by that, the original way is you would layer up your die onto your magnetic sheet, so then that stabilizes it, but we change it slightly, and I'll talk you through within masterclass why we've changed it. Now, what I'm going to do here, Ben, is this is them. They've all now cut. Now, to use the embossing mat, this is my way of doing it. You never, ever, ever, there is not a technique out there, Ben, when you have your magnetic shim and the embossing mat together. Never, ever, under any circumstances, use these together. It's not a technique out there. So what I like to do is I'll flip that back on itself, lift that up. Now I'm just going to make sure, if these just pop out, just pop them back in again. Same with these little bits here. We're just going to then slot them. So it's like, it can be like a little jigsaw. They just slot back in. 9 times out of 10, they won't pop out. But if they do, slot them back into place like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sit our embossing mat over the top. I'm just going to make sure they've not moved. We're going to go back with our top plate. I'm going to turn that around, and then we're going to take away our magnetic shim, because we don't need the two of them. We're then going to then run that one back through once again. So what that's now done is that's taken out that pressure from the magnetic shim, but we've put in that spongy embossing mat. So that's going to push the detail through the aperture bits. So if I lift that up, so prime example here is when it comes to the front of your apron, what we have got is kind of like what would be the pocket within the front. Can you see the embossed detail there within the front of the pocket? And that's because you've got your aperture section, but without a die cut edge. What we can do is we can then bring in the mixing bowl. So we've got your embossing detail that's running along the bottom.
That's really good.
Your embossing detail that's running along the top and along the top into there. And then if we bring in the actual wine glass, it's another good one to show. Can you see you've got the embossed detail down that centre? So if I hold that still, you've got the die cut all the way around, the die cut, but then you've got that embossed detail within the middle. And then last but no means least, we've got the wine glass, which will also show that really, really well. Let's just hold that. There you go, right in that centre of the wine goblet there. You've got, or the gin goblet, you've got that embossed detail there. So many of your dies will have embossed detail. So that is Basically, essentially, it's like an aperture shape, but without a die-cut edge. What you can do is run it, you don't have to, but if you run it afterwards with the embossing mat, it pushes the cardstock into that aperture detail and gives you that embossed detail. We'll talk you through more again when it comes to masterclass. We'll have other technique demos ready to go, die cuts, multi-craft dies, folders, we'll emboss stencils, we'll emboss dies, we'll do all these different things within masterclass.
I think, as I've sort of said a lot recently on masterclasses, it's your show, it's over to you. Craig will have plenty that he can show you, he'll have plenty that you can go through, but we want to know what you want to see. We want to know what you want to know, right? Any questions, any requests, and we're happy to go over stuff, you know, multiple times if we have to. Don't feel like, you know, you have to be watching the whole show. If you're going to drop in later on, you think, oh, I wonder if they've already done that. It doesn't matter. Ask the question, get that request in, because we want to make sure that you're going away and getting the very best out of your machine. A few quick comments, and then we'll just run through the deal for you again, and also announce the winners in this show too. Hi to Rose, who says, it wouldn't take me long to spend £25 on Crafters Companion goodies. Carolyn says, those buying today will not regret it. I really didn't need one, but I went ahead and I bought during the first release on HSN, and I have no regrets. I have the Junior, but I use this one all the time. I love the fact that it's quieter and quicker. Christmas cards were a dream to cut. Tammy says, cannot wait for the masterclass later on. It's going to be great. And Diane says, I just know today will teach those of us who need reminding so much. Thank you guys so much. Diane, you're welcome, and that is exactly what we are here for. Remember the deal though today, it is unbelievable. We were racking our brains earlier on, and I think this is the best ever price we've done it for. I can remember us taking 25% off before for like a 24-hour period. 30% off though, then you're 20% off if you're platinum. That price is insane. $127.99 if you're platinum, $191.99 if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member. And don't forget, you've got the opportunity to get a bonus buy. That's your free shipping in the US too. If you are new, for goodness sake, don't pay this price today, right? If you've never shopped with us before, sign up to Club Inspire. Do it on the website. It's really simple, quick and easy to do, and you'll get an extra 20% off your first purchase, which means you'll pay that price. Oh my goodness me, what a deal. And as well as getting the machine, don't forget, you will get all of your 9x12 plates included as well. So everything that you need to get started. The bonus buy bag, worth just having a little sneaky peek in here too. So if you've already got the G2, you can buy this. You can buy this at full price, which is £40, $56, which again equates to great value for money when you're seeing what you're getting. However, if you're getting the G2 today and you've got a little bit more to spend, pop this into your basket and that price will halve, okay? So £20 or $28 will be the deal for you for all of these goodies. So you're gonna be getting your 21-piece Shape Creator card set. I really love that. That's that really cute handbag or satchel, so you can make these really, really fun card bases with all of the bits and pieces to build it up. We're then also gonna give you the Gateway, is that called Gateway to the Country? I think it is. Garden Gateway, which is the stamp and die set from the Country Lane collection. Also in this set, we've got some stamp sentiments for you as well. This is the set which came with the Classy and Fabulous collection. So have a gorgeous day. You've got a girl, can never have too many handbags. I don't want flowers, I want a handbag and more. Couple of the stamps coming from the chalkboard selection. So you've got Laughter is the Best Medicine. You've also got Life is Too Important to be Taken Seriously. Oscar Wilde once said that.
Did he?
Yeah. You've then got one of the image sentiment die sets in there, which is Count Your Blessings. And then last but by no means least, another one from that set, which is If Friends Were Flowers, I'd pick you. I'd pick you.
I'd pick you.
I'd pick you first.
I'd pick you.
But I'd pick you first though.
I would pick you first.
I'd pick you first. £40. Johnny, if Friends Were Flowers, Johnny just says, you be a weed. That's the next stamp selection coming very, very soon to you. Just worth bearing in mind as well, if you are picking up the G2 today, then check out the plates as well. We've got the plate deals for you. Linda Lipscomb Prickett on Facebook says, I've just ordered the G2. Boom! Yes, Linda. She says, I've not told Grumpy yet.
Griffinor.
Don't tell Grumpy.
No, I won't tell him.
Won't tell him, Grumpy.
Won't tell him. Griffinor.
I think later on, once Christina's finished in the cafe, I'll nick the bell, and I think we'll ring the bell for anyone.
Did you hear the bell a minute ago?
No.
I think that was my lunch ready.
What are you having?
I'm having a cheese and ham toasty with salad and coleslaw.
Ooh.
So it's Friday. Let's do it.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll get the bell later on, and if you buy one, let us know, and we'll give you
Ding dong.
share. Winners then.
Oh, can I come across?
What?
Can I come across?
Yeah. Do you want to read one? I'll do one.
No, you do the first one.
That's what I mean. I'll do one. You do one.
Sorry.
So for every comment you send in, you get a step closer to winning £25, $25. In the next show, we're going to have 2 winners on Facebook, 2 winners on YouTube.
Shut up.
No, I won't.
Shut up.
No, I will not. And then tonight, tonight, yeah, we're going to have 2 winners on Facebook, 2 winners on YouTube. So there's still 8 more chances to win if we don't call your name out now. So which one are you doing? Facebook or YouTube?
I will do. Wait. You do YouTube.
So you do Facebook first then, yeah? Or do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. No, you go first.
No, you go first.
Oh, okay, I'll go first. So the winner.
I'll go first.
No, I'll go first. So the winner on YouTube of £25, $24.5. If we mention you here, by the way, you need to message us. CTV prizes at crafterscompanion.co.uk.
You've got the easy name.
I know I have. Do you want to swap?
Yeah, can we?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll do the first one.
Yeah.
Right, yo.
What makes you think I can say that?
Because you're professional.
Oh yeah. Hashtag professional.
So the winner from YouTube, Connie T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeet. And then the winner on Facebook is Linda Borchert.
Yeah. Yeet.
Yeah. With everybody saying,
You're a winner.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Connie and Linda message us. CTV prizes at crafterscompanion.co.uk. £25, $25 coming your way.
Nice.
Boom. Here comes the money.
Money.
So later on, what are you up for doing in masterclass then?
So we're going to go right back to basics to start with. While you get any of the questions in, anything specific you want to see, although you might find I'm already going to cover them to start with, we're going to do our wafer thin dies. We'll do our multi-craft dies, cardstock papers, we'll do vellums, acetate, fabrics and that, but we'll also look at, always get asked, what's the plate configuration for 2D folder and 3D folder? We're going to cover that as well. We'll do some embossing with the embossing mat, some stencils as well. Go right back to basics. While there is anything that you want to see, that's how we'll get started.
Excellent stuff. Connie T just says, oh my goodness, I never win. Thank you so very much.
You're very welcome.
You have just won, Connie. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. What fun. We will be back for more in just over an hour's time in the big studio. So until then, it's bye from me, and from him it's...
Toodles!